Hi, everyone. Before we get started tonight, we want to acknowledge a few things about the world. As is pointed out every few minutes in 2020, we are living through unprecedented times. But it must be said that there is much in these times that has precedent: systemic racism and oppression, institutional cruelty, economic disparity, and rampant inequity, and the ongoing struggle to make those things better. Tonight, we kick off a 17-year tradition of celebrating wild dreamers, loud truth tellers, brave minds, open hearts. So before we start a very silly nightly news broadcast that has very little to do with everything we see in the news, let us take a moment to think about how we can smash what needs to be broken and lift up who needs to be lifted. Let's take a moment to prepare so that the ideas and voices of the artists you'll see across the next 2 weeks can feed our spirits and give us enough strength to go remake the world. Let's take a breath, fill our lungs, and exhale, ready to tear the shattered world down and build something better, stronger, and more just. Ready? Let's go. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Channel Fringe Hard-Hitting Action News Update. I'm senior anchor Andrew Hungerford.
I'm junior senior anchor Tamara Winters.
And I'm senior junior on the beat, in the street, ready to rumble, rough and tumble anchor Zach Robinson.
And together we're
the Kafanu News Team.
When we try to all say that together on Zoom, it just sounds like screaming.
Practiced that like 5 times.
Maybe we should just stay clear of group rallying cries in the next script.
That's probably for the best. Welcome to the 17th annual Cincy Fringe Festival! Yay! Coming to you. That was seamless, Zach.
I think I nailed it.
We're coming to you for the first time in purely digital form, unless you've shelled out the big bucks for the Fringe Flipbook Pass, in which case it's delightfully analog.
Ooh. This year, we've got a lineup of exciting new shows, along with flashbacks from Fringe's past, all available for you to view on demand.
That's right. As of noon today, all 20 of the shows in the primary digital lineup are available to be viewed anytime through the end of the festival at your leisure.
But we have so much more in store for you throughout this online festival. We have 19 free live-streamed artist talkbacks,
8 unique and also free digital bar series events, including variations on Fringe classics like Craft Cocktail Night and Fringe Olympics.
6 free family-friendly Fringe shows, including the No-To-Go Theater for Young Audiences touring shows, Dragon Up and Alice in Neverland.
5 special events, tickets to which are also now on sale.
3 workshops brought to you by dedicated artists participating in the festival.
And finally, 2 radio plays made specifically for your ears. Wow-y. That is a lot of content in just 2 weeks. That's got to be hard to navigate. How does one even access a show once they've bought a ticket?
That is a great question, Zach. And it all starts with email. That's right. Once you've bought an e-ticket, you'll receive a confirmation email.
Once you get that email, scroll down and click on Open Mobile Ticket or Print Paper Ticket, depending on if you're watching on your phone or not. And from that screen, you just simply click on Watch Show.
And now, I know, thanks News Team, there's definitely a lot happening in the online realm. How can a Fringe fan keep track of everything?
Well, Zach, our talented team of Fringineers have been working on this very question for weeks. Which brings us to our top story tonight, 2020's recommended structure for maximum fun, the Kinda Weird Watch schedule.
Pew, 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 pew. Story transition. Pew,
Whoa,
pew, pew,
whoa,
pew, pew.
laser, finger lasers. They're way cheaper than regular lasers. Even though most shows in the festival will be available on demand, we wanted to offer audiences the familiar comfort of our traditional Fringe schedule, the visual listing of everything happening at the Fringe that normally appears in our Fringe Guides center spread.
That's why we created the Kinda Weird Watch schedule. It's a list of recommended viewing times so that we can all watch shows together, just like we're squeezing into a room in the Art Academy. The Kinda Weird Watches are one part See It All schedule and one part community happening. Find the schedule with all recommended watch times at cincyfringe.com.
And while we are deeply sad that we won't have a lovely physical guide distributed in City Beat this year, you will be able to experience the same Fringe Guide goodness through the convenience of cincyfringe.com. Head on over to the website and you can download and print your very own copy.
That's right. Not only are you paying for printing this year, but in that guide, you'll be able to find all the information you need to know for things like shows, curbside alcohol pickup, special events, the bar series, what time the news starts, but like actually starts. And tonight's top story, the Kinda Weird Watch schedule.
After nearly every Kinda Weird Watch, we'll go directly into a talkback with the artists of that show, broadcast live on Facebook and YouTube.
But if you reject the notion of a defined schedule telling you what to do, and you're more of a go with the flow kind of dude, you can still view every primary lineup show on demand with the purchase of a single show ticket or an all-access pass.
Now, let's take a look at what will be on the docket for the first full day of the festival in Kinda Weird Watch land.
Pew, 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 pew. Transition.
Tomorrow morning kicks off with 3 shows of free, family-friendly fun. First up is Story Time with Sparkle at 11 a.m. Sparkle Lee reads you and your kids stories of love, light, bravery, and pride.
After that, at noon, we have Know Your Body. Join us for some stretching, dancing, all before we answer some questions that you have about your bodies.
And at 1 p.m., tune in to a free stream of the No To Go touring show, Dragon Up, a funny, thrilling fairy tale for kids about dragons and toxic masculinity.
And then our primary lineup, Kinda Weird Watches, get underway with Love and Other Lures, presented by Dr. Dower and Peach out of Cheverly, Maryland. That's at 3, followed directly by their live stream talkback at 4 on our Cincy Fringe and No Theater Facebook pages.
And after that, we have the Weird Watch for our first Fringe flashback, Petunia and Chicken by Animal Engine, winner of the 2013 Artist Pick of the Fringe. And that is at 5 o'clock with a live stream talkback at 6.
Finally, we have returning local group A to Z Productions with Quit While You're Ahead. The Kinda Weird Watch starts at 7 and talkback begins directly after at 8.
A spooky family-friendly musical show, a turn of the 20th century love story, and a comedy about existential crises on the brink of graduation. It's beginning to look a lot like Fringemas around here.
You bet your ass it does. We have gone digital, but that doesn't mean that we aren't keeping it real weird.
But we're not satisfied to just deliver you shows and be done with it. It's not Fringe if you can't get up close and personal with artists.
And since up close and personal is less than advisable in person right now, we put together a slate of live streaming talkbacks where you can ask your new artist friends all the questions you'd normally hit them with over a hootie at the Underground Bar.
Here to tell you all about it is No Theater Apprentice Emeritus turned Kinda Weird talkback producer, Kate Coley.
Good evening, everyone. After years of talking back, I'm fully prepared to start doing it professionally.
Oh, hey, Kate. Good to see you. Do you have any credentials?
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah. I have a degree. Somewhere around here. I'll be right back.
Oh, wow. We do have an expert.
As you can see, I'm ready to be your talkback guide throughout Cincy Fringe, navigating the kinda weird waters of asking artists questions.
That's fantastic, Kate. Is there any way to know who you will be talking to and when?
Yes, the details of all Fringe talkbacks can be found on our website, cincyfringe.com, by scrolling down the homepage to our Fringe guide. Find out when to tune in for an inside look at the Fringe lineup. It's like a backstage pass, but you can wear your pajamas.
Aha! I found it. See, I have a degree, a BFA in acting. That can't be right. Wait, how the hell did I get a job?
If you're looking for a more useful document, download the Fringe Guide to learn all about the kinda weird all online shows, special events, bar series, curbside pickup, and more.
Thank you so much, Kate. All you out there in Fringeland, make sure you tune in for talkbacks that I am confident will be both delightful and informative.
That about wraps things up for tonight. Big thanks to our nightly news sponsor, Shadows Communication. But before we seamlessly segue into the entertainment for tonight's bar series, let's tease what's coming your way tomorrow night for the Digital Bar Series.
Tomorrow night, Cincy Fringe and No Theater's own Doug Borntrager hits the streets with Projection Connections, his mobile projection installation project.
That's right, Doug will be bringing the magic of light and shadow, along with some dope tunes created by artists from all over the world, to Cincinnati's College Hill neighborhood starting at 9 p.m. So if you're in College Hill, watch for Doug's trusty SUV.
And if you're not in College Hill, you can tune in and experience it right from the comfort of your own home via Facebook live stream or on the front page at notheater.com.
And if you want future Doug to visit your neighborhood, you can like Projection Connections' Facebook page and vote on where future Doug goes next.
And with that, it's time to pass things off to the bar series. So for now, I'm senior anchor Andrew Hungerford.
I'm junior senior anchor Tamara Winters.
I'm senior junior on the beat in the street, ready to rumble, rough and tumble anchor Zach Robinson.
Now, please, everyone, stick around for tonight's entertainment. One-woman band, Lindsay Rogers. Until next time, Fringe, excellent
to each other.
We'll get it next time, guys.
Welcome back, everybody, to the first Bar Series event of the Fringe, which is a kickoff concert party, and we're going to have a person very familiar to the Cincy Underground, who's played there many times. But first, we're going to recognize the sponsor for the Bar Series. The Bar Series is brought to you. One second, I forgot to mute myself on the other screen. Whoops. Anyway, sorry, I heard something weird in my headphones. So anyway, back to what I was doing. The sponsor for the Bar Series is Joe Mock, aka Papa Fringe, and the Real Pro Team. So if you are so inclined, go ahead and raise your drink, your shot, or your water, anything you got on you. And this one is to Papa Fringe and the Real Pro Team. We are going to meet back here every night for the next 13 nights at 9 p.m. for either a fun free bar series or a super cool special event. Tonight we're kicking off Fringe the way we always do, with a rad concert. I'm so excited to present one of the best musicians in Cincy, Lindsay Rogers and her loopy melodies. Take it away, Lindsay.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. It's magic. Look, Mom, no hands. Now, if you ever wonder if you see me disappear down below, I got a looper pedal that's helping me do these fancy things and loop pieces. So welcome to the first bar series, and yay, kickoff of Fringe. So to kick things off, I decided to do a fun little parody here for you. You might recognize the original song, but this version's way better. I guarantee it. Here we go. Do you believe we're fringing? Let the weirdness start. Now we're all here together, even though we're apart. So get fringing. It'll free your soul. With all these options, it'll never get dull. I could tell you about the magic, but that won't do. I'll leave it to the note team and Kifanu. Yeah, I just sang it. If you believe in fringing, don't bother to choose. Buy an all-access pass, it'll cure all your blues. So get fringing. You can't help but smile. Just put on your PJs and binge for a while. Live streams and specials and artists galore. Flashbacks and music, who could ask for more? Yeah, I believe we're fringing. Come along with me and get fringing. Virtually get fringing. Get fringy, yeah, we're getting fringy. Oh, fun times. Hello, everybody. Again, if you weren't here at the beginning when I did the fun, vampy, loopy spiel, whatever. Welcome. Doing a concert here for you tonight. Doing a lot of loopy tunes, and I thought it would be fun to maybe, incorporate some drinking games. So grab your libation of choice or whatever's closest to you, whichever you prefer. So, hey, Zach's got one. It looks like, I don't know. Wine is usually not my choice, but this is a good wine. So, and I'm out of whiskey, so send some tips so I can get some whiskey right. But okay, so there's going to be 2 drinking games you can play here. The first one is if you're super smart, or at least think you're super smart. And it's a little bit trickier because every time you hear a song that you recognize, you take a drink. So, and you might be like, oh, only whatever. I do lots of songs within one song often. So, you might get like 3 or 4 drinks in one song. I don't know. But if you're not feeling that, your other option is when somebody says, when I sing, when I say, or maybe Zach, I don't know, he might say it too, says everybody, if it's a lyric, everybody, take a drink. All right. So next up, I always like to do at least one song that I play and sing, so I can do both at the same time. But this next one is one that maybe nobody knows. Maybe everybody knows it. I don't know. So just dive right in, see what happens. My head's stuck in the clouds. He begs me to come down, says, girl, quit fooling around. I told him I love the view from up here. Warm breeze, wind in my ear, we'll watch the world from above as it turns to the rhythm of love. We may only have tonight till the morning sun. You're mine, all mine. Play the music low and sway to the rhythm of love. My heart beats like a drum, guitar, string to the strum, a beautiful song to be sung. He's got blue eyes, deep like the sea, roll back when he's laughing at me, and I will rise up like the tide the moment his lips meet mine. We may only have tonight, but till the morning sun, you're mine, all mine. Play the music low and sway to the rhythm of love. When the moon is so low, we can dance in slow motion, and all my tears will subside. All my tears will dry. And long after I'm gone, you'll still be humming along, and I will keep you in my mind, the way you make love so fine. We may only have tonight, but till the morning sun, All right. So who took 2 drinks during that song? Because there were 2 times you could have taken a drink during that song. The first song I did there was Rhythm of Love, a cover from a now very old song, I'm sure. I don't know years of any song, but it was by the Plain White Tees called Rhythm of Love. And then you might have heard at the end a very small snippet of, I think it's Ben Folds, The Luckiest. I am the luckiest. So yeah, 2 options to take a drink there if you're playing drinking game number 1. You know what? Just take a drink whenever you want if you feel like doing that too. It's the bar series. We do what we want. So you might say, hey, Lindsay, do you ever do original music? The answer is yes. No, I will say one of the good things about lockdown for me is that I have started working on because arrangements are my comfort zone. Doing things in different ways, fringy and kind of weird, perhaps, is what I like to do, and doing some songs that maybe everybody knows. But I'm gonna do here a song, well, a teaser of a song for you that is an original that I'm doing. And so I wanted to there should be a link down below me or above me, somewhere around me, for my virtual tip jar. So you have a task. If you like this song and you want to hear the whole thing, do when you send me a tip, put in the comments, I liked that original song, or something that gives me an idea of that. And then when I have a recording of the song, I will send it to you and you will be one of the first to hear it. So anyway, jabber, jabber, jabber. I'm going to play it for you. Here we go. Well, not all of it, because that would just ruin the fun, but rev it up, take it faster, settle down, be a master. Everybody always wants it their own way. There's a chip on your shoulder, but you might think it over. Let it go and I know you'll see a brighter day. Okay. Teaser. It is hard to not go on in a song, but fun times.
Well, that was fantastic. Yay.
Woo!
Thank you.
I hope everybody enjoyed that one. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it as well. And I would like everybody who did enjoy it and who was listening to say in their homes, wow, great job, Lindsay. Everybody together on the count of 3. If we say it loud enough, she'll be able to hear it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow, great job, Lindsay.
Woo! Thank you, everybody. Appreciate
And
that.
Lindsay, we actually have a couple of questions from the chat.
Ooh, question time. I like that.
So the first one is, what instrument/instruments did you learn first?
I actually started on piano. I have a very interesting history with piano, in that I started on it when I was in like 2nd grade. My family moved in the middle of 5th grade, and I didn't continue taking lessons. So I taught myself, and I learned a lot of bad habits. So then I picked up flute. Actually, a lot of people don't know that about me. I played flute for a very hot second, and found out I was not meant to be a woodwind player. So I switched to violin, and then I switched to viola, and I went to school for viola. And all meanwhile, I was like, I like singing, and I took secondary piano, and I took secondary voice, and now I'm like, why do I need to choose? I'll just do it all.
Well, that's fantastic. You do it all so well, and I still don't understand how the looper pedal works, but every time I am impressed.
Yeah, I've gone back and watched. That's the thing about like virtual performances. It's so strange because you like, if I'm doing it right, you have no idea that I'm doing anything. So
you definitely don't get the full scale of what you're doing like you would as if you were on stage.
Right. And sometimes you'll hear, I will tell you, it's going to be drinking game number 3. It'll be very hard. So I'd stick to 1 and 2. But if you happen to hear a little click, since I have the microphone on and it's pretty close and I'm not in like a big venue, you'll sometimes hear on my recorded licks like a ch, and that's me pressing. It's the mic picking up me pressing the looper pedal. So if you hear that, take a drink, and it will happen a lot in a song if you hear it.
Okay, so that we're up to 3 drinking games. Hopefully by the end we'll get to a 4th drinking game.
Maybe so.
And before we move on, pay attention to the little banner down here on the bottom. That is a link to Lindsay's PayPal, where you can give her a tip, like a virtual tip jar, for everything that she's doing tonight, which she is doing for free. So please give her a lot of money, because you all are nice, wonderful Fringe folk.
You are.
And just a little announcement of the rest of things to come. If you are looking at the center spread of the new Fringe guide, you'll see at the bottom all the bar series, and that on the website, there's a tab that says Virtual Bar Series. You can click on that, and you can get the lowdown on every single one of those bar series. And at the bottom, you can sign up on a survey to be a part of them. That's at the bottom of the Virtual Bar Series tab, a list of surveys that you can sign up for to be a part of things like Fringe Olympics, Fringe Aoki, and Fringe D&D Live.
And Zach, everybody can join, right? It's open to everybody?
Yeah, it is open to everybody, and it is first come, first serve. So sign up as quickly as you can if you want to be a part of those things, because spots are limited. All right, Lindsay, back to you.
Sweet. Actually, I just turned off my mic while I was talking. Rookie mistake. But next I'm going to do an a cappella song here for you. I haven't done this one in a while because I always find it a little more appropriate to do at a certain time of year, which you'll see probably based on the song here. So, yeah. Get my starting pitch, and away we go. Sweet dreams made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world and the 7 seas. Everybody is looking for something. Some of them wanna use you. Some of them wanna get used by you. Some of them wanna use 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 you. Some of them wanna get used by you. Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich and your mammy's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Keep your head up, 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 moving on. 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 One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. You're gonna spread those wings, gonna take to the sky. One of these mornings, there's nothing can harm you. With your daddy and your mammy standing by. Some of them wanna use you. 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 Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world in 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Sweet dreams are made of this. Who am I to disagree? I travel the world in 7 seas. Everybody's looking for something. Like an ending note to that song. Oh, well, actually, that was, I feel like, is it too loud when I talk into the mic? I'm getting a little bit of.
No, you sound really good on our end.
Okay, good. I'm getting a little bit of like overzealousness.
No, it sounds great.
Cool. So yeah, that was 2 songs in one. And there might have been an everybody in there. I don't know. Yeah, some Eurythmics for you, Sweet Dreams, and a little bit of Porgy and Bess, Summertime. Because it feels like summertime in this room right now. I am on the top floor of my house where there's not much air conditioning and I have lights on me. So it's just like I'm on a real stage. This is great. I love it. Okay, so next I'm going to do an instrumental for you. And there may be a few options to drink in here. So, everybody have your drink handy. I'm going to set up some fun sounds and then away we will go. All right. Hope some people recognize that one. Here's another one for you. All right. On to number 3. In case you missed any, I'll just do them all together. Let's go. Whew. All right. So, a few drinks to be had in that one. Did you know any of them, Zach?
I knew Heart and Soul, and I recognized the other ones, but
Well,
I
that
I
counts.
can't say that I knew them.
If you recognize them, that counts. You still get to take a drink if you recognize them. Even if
I
you can't
definitely
name
did because I went and got a new one.
them. Love it.
Lindsay, do you have time for another question?
I do.
We have another question from the Cincy Fringe chat, where you can live chat all your questions while Lindsay plays.
Yes, and I will answer them while I play.
We have from Ricky and Dana Young House. Is it difficult thinking so many steps ahead as you craft a song?
Actually, I do sometimes confuse. If you ever see me take a minute before a song starts, sometimes I forget to take a minute, and that's always sad. But if you see me take a minute, it's me trying to think through a groove because that is the one thing. It's sometimes hard to keep straight which groove I'm doing for what song. So normally once I get into it, it's fine. But before I start, there have been times where I've played There was a song I did once. I wish I could remember what the song was, but I did it in a completely different key than I ever do it in. And it's because I didn't take a minute to, to think through. So that is the most difficult thing. I'll sometimes mix up songs in my brain. But it's a lot of fun for me. I get a sense of enjoyment from hearing it, start out as one thing and then just grow.
Ooh.
I hope that answers the question.
We have another question before we move on from Cole Cadman on the No Theater live chat. We have the stream running on both of our Facebook accounts and I believe our YouTube account, but don't quote me on it.
Let's see.
We
Everybody
have a question.
can watch.
Yeah, exactly. We have a question from Cole Cadman. Can I be you when I grow up?
Certainly. I don't know. I do have some, I'm a redhead, so I have no soul. If you're willing to accept that, then sure.
So there's a stipulation that comes with it.
Right, exactly. So I will say, if you're a musician, it took me the longest time to actually get a looper pedal. And actually, my boyfriend got it for me because it took me so long to get one. But I highly recommend getting one. You can use it as a practice tool and make your practice more fun. So I'd pick it up, but it's attached to a lot of wires. So
and the mic and the camera's all the way across the piano. Yeah.
Exactly. I would have to leave and do a thingy and then go back, and it would be all weird. So you'll just have to imagine it. It's like this big, and it's got a couple of I was about to take the mic down and be like, here, look, but it doesn't work like that.
And it definitely looks like a pedal.
Well, it looks like a box with buttons on it, actually. So yeah, imagine a box with 4 buttons and some knobs at the top.
Awesome.
Draw
all right. Well, I'm gonna let you take it back over after one last little announcement. If you're looking ahead on the schedule as well, you can sign up for any of the workshops that you see on the schedule by going to the Cincy Fringe page, and also by going to the Cincy Fringe Facebook page. We have our very first Facebook event up for the Sinfonia. I believe it's one where you can learn a dance combo from the current show Colony. So if you are a dancer or a person that likes to dance, like I see the water houses are in the group chat, you can sign up to learn a dance combo from Sinfonia in the show Colony. Back to you, Lindsay.
That's awesome. I think I might do that. I was taking some dance right before the world went crazy, and so
Now's your chance to do it socially distant.
Right. Sounds exciting. All right. So I'm going to do another tune here for you with some fun sounds. I will say most of what I do is live looping, but I will make a confession. This is not live looping. One of the difficulties sometimes to looping is you're sometimes limited in your song selection because most songs have multiple parts to them. Sorry, I'm looking for a patch and talking, and it's not necessarily working out well for me, but it's so I will often incorporate some live playing. If I have a recorded loop, I will do some live as well as the recorded loops. So this one does have a couple recorded loops because of the nature of the song, but I think you will enjoy it anywho. Here we go. kudos if you already took a drink because you recognize the song, because I kind of messed with it a little bit. The moment I wake up, before I put on my makeup, I say a little prayer for you. While combing my hair now and wondering what dress I'll wear now, I say a little prayer for you. Forever, forever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you. Together, together, that's how it must be to live without you. Would only be heartbreak for me. I run for the bus, dear. While riding, I think of us, dear. I say a little prayer for you. At work, I just take time, and all through my coffee break time, I say a little prayer for you. Forever, forever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part. Oh, how I love you. Together, together, that's how it must be to live without you. Would only be heartbreak for me. I hope everybody was singing the chorus with me there. And the verses if you know them. I say a little prayer for you. Forever, forever, you'll stay in my heart, and I will love you forever and ever. We never will part to live without you. Together, together, that's how it must be to live without you. Would only be heartbreak for me. I say a little prayer for you. Yeah.
Hi, great job, Lindsay. That was amazing. We seem to have lost your camera right when the song started.
Oh, well, now it's back. Hooray.
There we go.
Sorry, I was in the zone.
I
Hopefully you
know.
can
You were so in the zone, the camera said, I can't handle it.
So, yeah. Yay, virtual stuff and things.
Yeah, we're all adapting to this very new and curveball situation.
Ooh, fun times. Well, thanks for I looked over at the end of the song because I always check at the end of the song, and I was like, oh, start video. Did I turn it off? I don't know. My computer's it's a sentient being now, apparently.
It happens. They're all sentient beings now. Well, I'm going to throw it back to you for the next one. Remember, if you like what Lindsay is doing, to visit the panel right below here and give her a tip through her PayPal.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I have another teaser. What? Yeah. Insert a cool effect there. I have a plan to do live performance I'm working on some tunes for. It's going to be a 90s rewind because, you know, that's the music I grew up with. All the best of the best, the Backstreet Boys, and, you know, I was more of an NSYNC girl and such. But here's your task. If you like the idea of a 90s rewind live stream, of course I won't do them exactly. I will change them up a little bit. That's where the teaser comes in. You'll get to hear what it might sound like. Go ahead and when you leave your tips, put a song that you remember from the 90s that you would like to hear, and I will do it. But so this is by one of the great pop divas herself. I'll tell you what song it is, so you get to play along with the drinking game, see if you know it. But here we go. Oops, I did it again. I played you believe we're more than just friends. It might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean that I'm serious. Oops, I did it again to your heart. Got lost in this game, oh baby. Oops, you think that I'm sent from above. I'm not that innocent. Whoa. Whew. So I'm gonna take a drink. I recognize that song. That might be the first album that I bought with my own money. Oops, it was either that or No Strings Attached. So nostalgia. So what do you think, Zach? Do we have time for two more or one more?
Oh, I think we definitely have time for two more.
Oh, sweet. Okay. Excellent.
Oh, but we do have another question from the chat from Dottie Jansen. Hi, Dottie. What do you listen for when you decide to put songs together?
I listen for a repetitive chord structure, which is not necessarily hard to find in pop music. I mean, pop music is great, but
Slam.
Right, I know. That's seems kind of. I mean, I am classically trained in comparatively, but there is some like repetitiveness in classical music too. So so it's kind of interesting because I'll hear songs and I'll have to I'll hear them on the radio and I'll be like, oh, this has the same chord progression for the verse and the chorus, so I could loop that song. I wish I could say how I actually think of like putting songs together. I don't know how that happens. I mean, part of it is similar chord structure, but yeah, sometimes it's just like, I don't know, I'm goofing around and I'll like start playing another song and I'm like, oh, those two fit together. Who knew? So yeah, I guess that's what I mean, the main thing is like the structure of the song. And after that, it's just whatever I feel like doing.
Fantastic. I would also like to point out that the chat has also answered the question of how many more you should play, and they demanded not one more, two more.
Excellent. Well, I can do two more. I certainly have all sorts of songs I can do.
Great.
But this next one I'm going to do, this is actually one of the first ones I ever did with my looper pedal. It's not the first. I could do the first song I ever did, but this is probably like the second song I ever did with my looper pedal. And it's kind of grown up a little bit. Sometimes I'll add things and I'll change things around. So if you see me live and do a same song, it probably won't be exactly as I performed it the first time you heard it. I mean, it'll be similar, but again, if I'm doing everything live, it's probably gonna change just a little bit. So this song has kind of evolved a little bit. But yeah, this is a song I find super appropriate for Fringe because, you know, Fringe is about being yourself. We're all kind of weird. And not worrying about what others be you. And so I'm going to do this song for you. See if you know it. Take a drink. If you do, take a drink. If you don't, but take 2 drinks if you know it this time. Ha. Put your makeup on, get your nails done, curl your hair, run the extra mile, keep it slim so they like you. Do they like you? Get your sexy on, don't be shy, girl, take it off. This is what you want to belong, so they like you. Do they like you? You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to give it all away. You just have to get up, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try. 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 Wait a second, why should you care what they think of you when you're all alone by yourself? Do you like you? 'Cause I like you. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to give it all away. You just have to get up, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try. 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 Take your makeup off, let your hair down, take a breath, take a look, let yourself be like you. 'Cause I like you. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to give it all away. You just have to get up, get up, get up, get up. You don't have to change a single thing. You don't have to try. 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 You You don't have to try. You don't have to try. Oh, I'm taking a drink because I recognize that song.
I also recognize that song, so I'll take a drink.
Woohoo! So, I don't know if everybody knew, but that was a song by Colby Calais called "Try," and I always like her music because it's always so positive. And that's sometimes hard to find. So how are we doing on time? Are we to the last one?
Yes, we are on the last one.
Well, then I will say a huge thank you to everyone watching. I feel you, and it's so good that we get to share Fringe together, even if we can't be together. So it's really as an artist, I appreciate everyone out there, and hopefully this will be a great opportunity for all of us to, have all the feels.
Lindsay, before you go, everybody say hi to Hawkins, my cat, first.
Oh, hi, Hawkins.
And also, we got a question from the chat from Cole Cadman. Does Lindsay have a site?
I do have a site. It's currently just a placeholder because I am working on my site in quarantine, and it is my I should have it live pretty soon, but I will let you know if you go to lindsayrogers.com, that placeholder will be there, and I will make it a priority for you all to get it live and going this week. I'm also doing some you might have noticed my PayPal title is The Wandering Linstrel. So I currently have I have a YouTube channel that I'm gonna rebrand. Just saw kitty cat tails.
There's a lot of cats.
But yeah, my cat's over on the chair. Again, if it were easy for me to move the camera, I would show you my cat. But yeah, so be on the lookout. I'm finishing a logo for that, and once I get that done, it will be going live. So look out for The Wandering Linstrel. So yeah, and yeah, I know that's kind of, it's a yes and no answer because I have one, but it's like, it's very rudimentary right now, but I'm working on it, and it's very close to a big public reveal.
Ooh, great. You'll have to let us know when that big public reveal is, and we'll have to rep it on both our social medias.
Sweet. That'll be great. Yeah.
And before we go, let's all give Lindsay another wow, Lindsay, great job, everybody, on the count of 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Wow, Lindsay, great job. Which is on a delay, so in about 4 seconds, we'll hear everybody yell from every corner of Cincinnati.
Yes. Listening? Yes.
There it is.
See, I actually have a mirror over here, and I have it. My cat's watching it on the other computer, so I can kind of see the delay.
Oh,
bit.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting. It is very interesting. So yeah, I'm gonna end with a song that that's backed by popular request. Actually, I did this for the Fringe announce party, and I had a lot of fun with it. So I'm gonna reprise it because y'all, Fringe is, it's happening. And yeah, thank you again to everyone who came out tonight. And this song is for everyone enjoying Fringe. If you're an artist, cool. If you're part of the, a huge thank you to everybody at the Know for keeping this going, even even in times like this, the show will go on, and we must have our Fringe. So thank you to everyone who's been working super hard to make it happen. This song is for all y'all. So here we go. When I find myself in isolation, Cincy Fringe team comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, Fringe will be. And in my hour of darkness, they are streaming right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Yeah, Fringe will be. Speaking words of wisdom, Fringe will be. Don't worry, be fringy now, and when the kind of weird and artsy people in the world agree, there will be an answer, Fringe will be. And though they may be parted, there are still great shows that they can't see, streaming at no theater, Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Yeah, Fringe will be. Streaming at no theater, Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Yeah, Fringe will be. Streaming Streaming at no theater, Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Fringe will be. Yeah, Fringe will be. Streaming at no theater, Fringe will be.
Yay! I'll applaud because we can't hear anyone else. Yay!
Well, thank you, everybody. I feel your presence.
All right, that was really, really awesome. It's always a treat to hear you play, Lindsay.
Thanks. It's always a treat playing with folks that know, and particularly Fringe Festival. Always a lot of fun. So thank you again for all that you do.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Remember that all Bar Series events are brought to you by Joe Mock, aka
Papa
Fringe, who I hope is drinking a scotch and soda water right now, and
I wish
his
I had
real
one.
protein. I am having a Braxton vibe, so I'm supporting the local economy.
Nice.
Anyway, we will be back again with the news tomorrow night at 8:30. And if you go to the Cincy Fringe website, we have a whole list of things for you to do tomorrow, starting at 11 a.m. all the way to 10 p.m. So join us again tomorrow for the first full day of fringing, y'all. Yay! Once again, thank you to Lindsay. And please donate below.